What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to MANIACITV, man. Today, we got FBG Butta Snitched on Lil Jay and his mom from the Hip Hop Daily YouTube channel, man. I listen ever since Lil Jay touched back down. He been out here going crazy, dropping back to back to back to back. But oh man, goddamn, the Italian beef and Pepsi. Now, I know it'll be a lot of people saying I wouldn't have told, but you would be surprised if them boys offered you a beverage and a sandwich, more specifically a Pepsi and an Italian beef, and you might get to telling them what they know. Now, I don't know the specifics of the paperwork and whatnot, so I can't be one to judge on the entire situation, but we gonna see what this video all about. Let's get it.
Lil Jay is a Chicago drill legend. Before getting locked up on a murder charge, he was one of the most feared rappers in Chicago.
Facts.
He's one of the last survivors of the war in Chirac. And now, almost a decade later, he's back on the streets and ready to take over again. This is what's going down with the Chirac Wolverine, King Lil Jay. Jay grew up in Chicago in a neighborhood run by the Black Disciples. He claimed BD early on, but ended up switching to an insane GD after he moved to a different hood and linked up with FBG Duck. According to E-Day from...
Y'all imagine if Lil Jay stayed BD? He probably would have been put on with Dirk and Chief Keef and all them niggas if he would have stayed BD. That's crazy though when you really think about it.
Different hood.
But he did put up just as many numbers as them niggas too though. I ain't gonna lie. He put up the same amount of numbers, millions of views.
Linked up with FBG Duck. According to E-Day from 600, Jay wanted to link up with them because he was still with the BDs. 600 is a Black Disciple set that's allied with O-Block. And at the time, Lil Jay was cool with dudes from Jarrell City. Jarrell City used to be close to O-Block and 600, but they started beefing later on. Lil Jay ended up getting turned away from 600, so he linked up with Jarrell City instead. That's when he started hanging out with dudes from STL EBT and became close with FBG Duck. They were so close that when Jay became homeless, he slept on the floor in Duck's mom's house. Back in 2012, the drill scene was just starting to pop off, and Chief Keef was at the top of the game. His track I Don't Like was remixed by Kanye, which helped push the Chicago drill sound into the mainstream.
Facts.
Keef is from O-Block, so Jay and Duck went after him on a song called Critical. Duck took a shot at Keef with...
Nigga, that Critical song, man, it's the most, I think one of the most slept on diss songs in Chicago history. I don't be hearing a lot of niggas talk about it, but nigga, I used to listen to that shit damn near every day in senior year. I ain't gonna lie.
He's from O-Block.
Every
so Jay
day.
and Duck went after him on a song called Critical. Duck took a shot at Keef with the line, "How the f you a chief? You ain't putting in no work." Jay and Duck also went after E-Day on the track "Who the f is Dude?" Even though at one point, Jay wanted to join 600, by this time, they had problems. Jay went after him with lines like, "E-Day, you don't want the beef. Who the f is Dude?" Sneak dissing on the tweets, but if he only knew. My niggas trying to blow, yeah, we keep them tools. Who the f is E-Day? He ain't really in that field. Man, all that shit he rap about, man, that's not for real.
It's like him reading these lyrics. I think back to when I used to listen to this song. This was at like the beginning stages of when drill really started popping. I ain't know who any of these niggas were, nigga. I'm just listening to this shit. I ain't know if they name dropping niggas, the disrespect. I'm just vibing up to the song and shit. But now, of course, you know, everything is out there. And
E-Day, he ain't really in that field. Man, all that shit he rap about, man, that's not for real. Lil Jay had beef all over the city, and eventually it caught up to him. One day, the ops caught him lacking and shot him 9 times in the legs and neck. He survived the attack and made a full recovery, but being given a second chance still ain't teach him a lesson. Jay went right back to the streets and got hit again. The second shooting left him with 6 more bullet holes in the leg and bladder. After 2 close calls with death, he made it out alive and bounced back. DJ Academics even nicknamed him the Chirac Wolverine. Around this time, Jay started hanging out with Lil Jojo and other dudes from the insane GD set called Brick Squad. Jarrell City and STL EBT was beefing, which left Jay in a bad position. He repped Jarrell City, but Duck was his homie too. Then Lil Jojo was allegedly killed by the BDs, and Lil Jay started claiming BDK. The beef between Jarrell City and STL EBT eventually got squashed, but then STL EBT went after Brick Squad. This put Jay in another tough spot, and then something went down that caused him to split with FBG for good. According to Duck, Lil Jay was stealing from the crew. He allegedly stole some cash from Duck and a chain from an FBG affiliate named King Yella, so Duck let
we saw that on Chicago Scene 88. I was caught off guard by that shit.
He allegedly stole some cash from Duck and a chain from an FBG affiliate named King Yella, so Duck let some other members of the gang rough Jay up. Stealing from your own gang can get you killed, but Jay got off with just a beating. After he got kicked out by Duck, Jay split off and started his own crew with FBG Butta called We The Ops. Jay and Butta had been tight for years at this point, and it's also rumored that Jay was with Butta and his twin sister K.I. when they took out O.D. Perry. When Butta and Jay started We the Ops, the first dude they recruited was a blood member from out of town named Trub. What happened next would land Lil Jay in prison for 7 years and turn his best friend into his worst enemy. One night, Jay, Butta, and Trub went to buy weed from a dude named Jay the Kid. It ain't clear exactly what went down, but an argument broke out and the WTO crew left. Instead of just finding a new plug to buy from, they went to Trub's girlfriend's crib and picked up some guns. The three of them went back to Jay the Kid's place where they ended up getting into a shootout. Trub and Jay the Kid both got hit. Trub later died from his injuries while Jay recovered in the hospital. Jay the Kid got off on self-defense, but Lil Jay and Butta was both charged with murder. Even though they wasn't the ones who shot him, the police determined that they was the reason Trub was involved in the altercation. Jay had made all kinds of enemies in Chicago over the years, and going to jail meant he was surrounded by his ops. He got into fights all the time and was really going through it, but things was about to get even worse. First of all, his homies on the outside turned on him. Even though he wasn't rocking with Duck and the other FBG dudes like before, he still expected them to call and check in or put some money on his books. At one point, him and Duck was real close, but when Jay went inside, Duck cut him off. The situation was already bad, but the worst was still to come. Butta and Jay were supposed to be holding it down together, but then Jay leaked photos of Butta signing paperwork in the interrogation room. Butta did not ever sign in anything, but he did get out of prison early, which supported the rumors. He's always denied the claim, but even a false rumor about snitching can hurt your rep. Butta cut ties with Lil Jay.
And that's the thing though, even if the rumor is false, like we seen with Take 600, you know, how the whole 600 pretty much disowned him about the whole snitching allegations. It's like, even if it ain't true, niggas will still stand on you. You still told, even when you ain't say nothing. So I don't know, man, it's crazy. That should have definitely fuck up your rep for real.
Which supported the rumors. He's always denied the claim, but even a false rumor about snitching can hurt your rep. Butta cut ties with Lil Jay, and the two of them been beefing ever since. Jay actually beat the murder charge for Trub's death, but then he got sentenced to 14 years for conspiracy to commit murder and intent to kill and injure for trying to chip Jay the Kid. Nobody wants to get locked up, but Jay seemed to be using most of his time inside. He squashed some beef with the ops and eventually patched things up with FBG Duck 2 before he was tragically shot and killed in their hometown. Lil Jay was locked up for over 7 years, and a lot has changed in that time. When he went in, the drill wave was just starting to pop off, but now it's everywhere. What started in Chicago spread all over the country, and now almost every major city has their own drill scene.
I want to say this though, and I kind of touched on it in the Chicago Scene 88 video. I think, you know, you got to kind of look at things with a silver lining in a way. You know, that's how I always look at things. Lil Jay going to prison for them 7 years. Yeah, prison, that's a horrible thing. That's a major setback for your career. But if Jay has stayed out, you know, no one's untouchable in the streets. You know, nobody's untouchable. And at the rate he was going, the more buzz he was getting, the more songs that was dropping, it was only a matter of time. Let's be real. Him being locked up, man, it kept him out of them streets for 7 years. He got his mind back. He back on grind mode. Hopefully he can leave Chicago, get the fuck up out of there, move down to Miami. I know he getting some bread off his music right now. I know them labels calling in now. It's a completely different game than it was 7 years ago. You know, you got guys like Ruger, GDs like Ruger on Kanye West album. Ruger, I think he just bought a fat ass crib somewhere out. I don't know where the fuck he bought that crib at, man. But Jay can do it too, man. So that's why I say you got to look at things with a silver lining, because I don't think Lil Jay would have been here, especially the fact that they hit him up 2 separate occasions and he survived. That third time, that probably would have been it, man. So them 7 years, you got to look at it in that way, man. That could be the reason why you still here.
And now almost every major city has their own drill scene. Jay was there when it all started, but a lot of people have moved on while he was away. Jay seemed like he chilled out in prison and wasn't gonna hop out and start taking shots on wax. Plus, hip-hop moves fast, and coming back to it after a 7-year break ain't really a recipe for success. Most fans thought that going away for that long would kill his career for good, but once again, the Chirac Wolverine bounced back and proved everyone wrong. 1 week after he got released, Jay dropped the track First Day Clout and announced to everyone that he was back and here to stay. In just a couple weeks, it's already racked up over 2 million views on YouTube, proving that fans were still interested in hearing his music. He starts the track off with, "The last disrespected Tuka ass got smoked. I put a 6'4" and 2 backwoods, you know it's Vaughn what I blow. I can't go out like T-Roy, I won't die in no stove." Then later in the track, he takes shots at FBG Butta for snitching on him and his mom with the lines, "They said I flip, how that sound? Shorty snitched and move out of town. Here go that black and white, gave statement and plea agreements. That told I had to fight for my life. He put the case on my mama, on Duck. I wouldn't lie. Lil Jay did an interview with MANIACITV after he got out and revealed his mom was sentenced to 3 years in prison for intimidating a witness, which she claims is FBG Butta. Butta still denies ever cooperating with the police, but Jay says he has the paperwork to prove it. Butta responded with a diss track a couple of weeks later where he accused Jay of being a snitch, but Jay's first day clout track has 30 times more views right now. After he dropped the diss track, Butta did an interview with Camp Capone News to tell his side of the story. According to him, the paperwork that Jay has ain't even real.
That paperwork, that shit fake.
I ain't gonna lie, Butta look like Russell Westbrook. I'm looking at this and I'm like, who the fuck this nigga look like? This nigga look just like Westbrook. I swear he could play Westbrook in like a biopic.
The story. According to him, the paperwork that Jay has ain't even real.
That paperwork, that shit fake, man. Oh, bro, look that shit up. Our case files was sealed.
He also claims Jay only leaked the photo of him in the interrogation room to distract everyone from rumors circling around that Jay is gay. Butta also asks, how could he tell on Jay if he ain't even do anything? Trouble is the one who shot Jay the kid, so Butta says there's nothing he could even tell the cops about. It's hard to say what really went down back then, but no matter what actually happened, it turned Butta and Jay into ops for life. FBG Butta ain't the only op that Jay still has beef with. Right now, Lil Durk is one of the biggest rappers in the game, but he and Jay been at each other's throats for over a decade, and it don't seem like that's gonna change anytime soon. After Jay was released, Durk hopped on Instagram and implied that Jay snitched to get out early. He wrote, "Send me that shit of dude from the rack telling so I can post it. Crying laughing emojis. Hurry up." The beef between them goes all the way back to 2012 when Durk dropped the track L's Anthem and rap, "Brick Squad, I say f*** 'em. Woogle roll with him, so f*** 'em." Jay was tight with dudes like Lil Jojo from Brick Squad.
Telling y'all, Jay was the original op, nigga. He was the original op, man.
So he took the diss personally. Over the next few years, they sent shots back and forth in songs and on social media. And at one point, Jay challenged Durk to a boxing match, but he got locked up before they could throw hands. Jay squashed some beefs while he was locked up, but Durk is still a major target for him. He addressed the snitching accusations on First Day Clout, then took shots at Durk's dead brother D-Thang and his homie King Von. He doubled down a few days later on the track #Facts, dissing D-Thang and Von again and calling out Durk for not getting back. Jay rapped, "Hop up out the bushes like D-Thang when he got whacked. Lil Von was loafing out of town and he caught one to the chest. These be talking that gangster shit? Where was you at when your man got hit in this shit? The real question is, what you gonna do about it? You gonna stay out of town and hide like a b-?" Jay don't have any love for Durk, but in the interview with Say Cheese, he gave props to his success and said,
"Give him I salute him though, man, you know. It is what it is. I'm the face of this shit though."
taking the crown from Durk won't be easy, but Jay's already off to a good start. After First Day Clout, he dropped Bars of Clout 3, which has over 1 million views on YouTube.
I'ma tell y'all.
Then he followed that up with the tracks #Facts and Squad. If he can stay out the streets and focus on his music, Lil Jay could reach the top of the industry. No one expected him to come out and put up the numbers he's doing right now, but he's proven that the time in prison only made him hungrier. If he don't get caught up in any street activities, there's no telling how far he could take it.
Jay got a lot of catching up to do, but what he's doing right now is a hell of a start. It's more than I thought. Low key, after, I want to say it was a couple years ago when it was like Jay coming home. I think it was like originally like 2020 or 2021 or something. I'm like, man, I don't know if he gonna have the same effect. I don't know if, people still gonna care. It's been so long. Like he said, the music industry, man, like you gotta stay on it. Like you leave, we on to the next person. We on to the next act. But Jay came home, he doing millions of views again, man. But he still has a lot of catching up to do. But he's making up for a lot of lost time, man. That's why I encourage him, stay in the studio, man. Stay dropping, stay out that street shit, man. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere but back in there or 6 feet under. Stay on your shit, keep dropping the music, man, because the fans still here. When I heard Jay came home and he dropped that First Day Out, First Day Clout, nigga, I'm like, yeah. Like this shit, like I was a big Lil Jay fan in high school. So I knew personally I was still gonna listen to his music just to see. But then again, with Bobby Shmurda, I'm like, man, I don't know if he's still gonna have it, if he's still gonna, have it like that, man. But hey, he for sure still got it, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. FBG Butta Snitched on Lil Jay and his mom. Link down below in the description for y'all to check it out in its entirety with no interruptions. Y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me, want daily reaction videos, man. Hit that subscribe button for me to the next video. I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching MANIACITV. I'm out.